Every entrepreneur knows how difficult it can be to get your product to market. But Jeff Kline might be the only one who knows how hard it can be when everybody thinks the product is illegal.
There's lots to think about on a spring day on a country road. Like how to get rich, do something new, get your neighbors working with you, and do it all before the next snowfall. These are the dreams of Jeff Kline.
This is southwestern Ontario, and it's really some of the best land in Canada for producing corn, soybeans, ideally suited for growing hemp.
He has 100 local farmers ready to plant hemp, marijuana's distant cousin.
It's kind of like a Chihuahua and a Great Dane. They're both dogs, but they clearly have very different physical characteristics.
The main difference? You don't get high smoking hemp. Jeff's plan is to plant the first commercial hemp crop in North America in over 60 years. Hemp used to be used for paper, medicine, cloth. The first Levi's jeans were made of hemp. Demand is back for hemp's strong fiber. Jeff's target is the U.S. carpet and upholstery market.
What do you see in your mind's eye when you look at this?
Very tall green crops.
But now, in early May, his biggest business challenge is just getting it in the ground.
This is the ideal point to plant it.
So you should be planting right now?
We should be planting today.
Jeff grew up on a farm. In 1993, fresh out of school, he started lobbying for and researching hemp, growing samples in small fields under the watchful eye of the police.
10 feet! This is what it's all about.
Marijuana is still illegal, but this year, for the first time, hemp is not. The problem? Try telling Canada Customs that.
They probably don't have the real sense that the time is here, we have to move now.
Hundreds of seed bags from Eastern Europe are being held at the airport. And worse, Health Canada is involved. They want to know down to the meter where the seed will be planted, so they're holding up permits for Jeff's farmers.
Leave a voicemail, which everybody else in the country does.
You have reached the voicemail box.
But also to send them a fax and also an email. And if I could drive over there, I would, but it's in Ottawa, so it's about a 7-hour drive.
It's phase one of a brand new business, and already trouble.
Yours and my taxes are paying for them to stand there and tell us, oh, you didn't fill out the form properly.
The deal is farmers like this one buy the seed from Jeff, then he buys the crop back. But farmers aren't big on waiting for government.
If they're going to operate like that, the system's going to go down.
It's
because
pretty bureaucratic.
No farmer is going to operate like this. You can't function like that.
Best wishes, but this farmer's out.
From the time that we first started into this, we had a list of 100. We're now down to maybe 20.
Time for damage control.
The problem is now, too, the weeds will get started, and the hemp's got to get germinated and get growing before the weeds do. So.
Steve Twinstra is one of Jeff's neighbors. He sees hemp grown in Europe and Asia, commanding a good price on North American markets.
It's probably up half
a cent per pound.
Growing it here could give him a distinct advantage.
Last week I hoped to have the permit this week because, as you can see, the sun is shining, the field's ready.
They're getting really uptight.
Steve's still in. 2 weeks later.
There it is. Get it in the ground.
Customs finally releases the seed. Jeff delivers as fast as possible, but it hasn't rained in weeks.
This is kind of turning into a heavy clay in spots, so you have to go down fairly far before you get to any moisture.
Have you missed your best opportunity?
Oh, yeah. We should have planted it about 3 weeks ago.
So, now what? There's an old joke. How do you make a farmer a millionaire? Give him $2 million in the spring. By fall, he might have $1 million left. Real funny.
Your call.
Well, I haven't looked at the long-range forecast, but...
if it doesn't rain tonight, it's not talking around for the rest of the week.
Jeff raised nearly $1 million for his company, Hempline, through bank loans, family and outside investors, and government grants. It all rides on this.
I'm inclined to just put it in the ground.
Plant it and hope. Besides, Jeff's got other things to worry about. Many of the secrets of growing and processing hemp have long since disappeared. It used to be the largest cash crop in the world, until this happened. A web of hysteria over marijuana and the psychoactive drug THC also spread to hemp. It was banned in 1938. The ban was lifted briefly during the Second World War.
Rope for marine rigging and towing. thread for shoes, and parachute webbing for our paratroopers. Hemp for victory.
But after the war, the entire hemp industry was shut down. For Jeff, an engineer by training, those lost skills meant building a processing plant from scratch. Borrowing ideas from history books, he's built a machine he considers too secret to show.
There's no other hemp processing machinery that's been designed or built that is operational in North America. So this is really one-of-a-kind equipment that we would like to keep, top secret, as you say.
It separates the fiber from the stalk, which is ground up for his secondary market. Hemp chips, used in stables and barns.
Right now in Europe, for example, the queen is bedding her horses down with a hemp core fiber.
Ah, the queen. Jeff's favorite sales pitch.
They're using this quite extensively for horse bedding. As a matter of fact, the queen beds her horses down on hemp. Right?
Good clout at local farm fairs.
The queen in England is bedding her horse down on hemp chips.
He's got samples, but nothing to sell yet.
I heard on the radio, if you try to smoke that stuff, it tastes, what do you say, like old bark or something?
Still, he's learning a lesson.
Oh, marijuana.
We're growing it for the fiber.
Seems hemp's drug-related PR problem is still around.
Nothing. Just never mind.
Just trying to get a reaction out of it. Everybody loves to do it. The giggle factor, I guess.
But while the giggles die down, back on the farm, good things are growing. Hemp can grow 20 centimeters in a single week. There's just 90 days till harvest in August. Jeff needs to find a market, and he needs help.
I need some more of those little sample bags, too. Do you have
sample
those
bags?
for mailing?
How do you feel about stuffing sample bags?
That would be just
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Lori Scott is a sales veteran. She signs on to sell hemp chips.
I'm extremely frustrated.
Why? Like Jeff, she keeps running up against marijuana phobia.
That's sort of the mock-up.
I'm trying all kinds of different ways to overcome objections, and I'm not closing anyone on the initial meeting, and it's like not the second meeting either. It's the third, fourth, fifth meeting.